Hi friends, welcome to the channel. This is your Govindraj. In the previous video, I talked about this apprentice scheme myths versus reality. So I gave you a lot of information why this apprentice scheme is beneficial for you. But still, I have been given to understand, and while discussing with many of the professionals and employers, I came to know that still apprentice implementation is failing in lot of industries. See, this is because of there are a lot of perceptions are available. So let me clarify this perception why apprentice implementation is failing in your industry. You see, first of all, let me tell you, apprentice is a legal and dispute free resource for industry while you provide on the job training to apprentices, because this on the job training is nothing but learning while working. So therefore these are the resources for you to take the work for certain period of time. In the previous video I talked about it, from 6 months to 2 years, even it is extendable to 1 more year. So this is a possibility is there, but still the employer is not able to implement it in a right spirit and take the benefit of this scheme. Now because this is because of the perception. Now let me tell you what is the perception and understanding you have currently on the apprentice scheme. Now the first apprehension or the perception is, I can pay minimum stipend as fixed by the government. See, the government has fixed minimum stipend at 7,000 rupees and 9,000 as a basic stipend, but it doesn't mean that you have to stick to the minimum stipend. See, this is the first perception and understanding everybody has. Now the next perception is, governments provide some subsidy in the stipend. This is also true. Then the third one is, I don't have to provide additional benefits except the stipend and the workman compensation policy. See, these all understanding and perceptions are very true, but if you stick to these perceptions, then you may not be able to retain the apprentices. I'll tell you what is the basic reason, and how strong you stick to this perception decides the retention of the apprentices. Now let me give you some economics. See, when you hire a contract resources, you will definitely ensure that the minimum wages is paid even much higher. At least the base wages, you will ensure that the minimum wages is paid. In this case, I have taken 14,030 as minimum wages. In addition to that, you will pay the employer contribution towards PF and ESI, which is coming around 1684 and 456 rupees, because 12% is employer contribution and 3.25% is the ESI contribution. In addition to that, you also give bonus at 8.33%, at least minimum bonus, which is coming 1169 rupees. That means you are spending 17,339. This is only an example I have taken, considering that 14,030 is the minimum wages, are the wages which you are going to give. Now you are spending this much money on a contract resource. This doesn't end here, because you also, when you hire a contractor, you pay some certain administrative charges and other costs could be coming up. So the cost of contract resource is going to be higher. Now let's look at what are you going to do with apprentices. You will look at the minimum stipend at 9,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees, and the workman compensation policy is around 100 rupees. Now if you only stick to this, definitely the apprentices are not going to be interested in your establishment, because if you are an apprentice, generally what will you look at it? If you would like to join a contractor, or if you join a contractor, in addition to the wages, you are also getting social security benefits like PF, ESI and the bonus and other benefits. Now the contractor or the apprentices, when he is deciding to go as an apprentice or a contract resources, he will definitely go as a contract resource rather than an apprentice. So therefore you are finding it very difficult to get an apprentice, and there is a lot of attrition is going to happen in your apprentices. What I am suggesting you is, in order to avoid this, the law does not bar giving more benefits and more stipend. This is up to you to decide. The law has set only the minimum standards, so therefore you should be very careful when you are implementing the apprentice scheme. Of course, the apprentice scheme implementation is very mandatory, but how you make it attractive and retain your apprentices is very important. Now what I am telling you is, please ensure that the stipend is either equal to the minimum wages or even little higher. Now, if you hire a contract resources, you are going to pay employer contribution on ESI, PF, and also the bonus you are going to pay. So therefore, this is you are going to save if at all you are hiring an apprentice under Apprentice Act. See, you have to decide to at least extend little higher stipend, or add certain higher stipend to the base stipend, so that it will be attractive to him. Now you have to also make sure that the leaves and other policies are extended to the apprentice scheme, and if possible also ensure that the medical insurance is also extended to these people, in addition to other benefits including safety shoe, uniform, all those things, and the canteen. So if you make it attractive, then definitely your apprentice scheme is going to be very attractive, and you will be able to retain the apprentices, and for certain period of time you will be able to effectively use these resources, friends. So therefore, friends, this is very important for you to know, and I am sure this video has benefited you and given you a lot of ideas, and I will come back to you in the next videos with new information. Until then, let me sign off, friends, and see you soon in the next video.